what is addresses. That is very, very important. I have taken one example in the previous class. One memory I've written like I have done. Okay, the similar manner today I'm going to show you one memory, how the memory looks and what's the corresponding addresses. Okay, that's what my today's discussion. Okay, so let's take the share. I'll just share it. I think you are able to see the entire screen. Yes, no, you're able to see. Yes or no? This presentation, right? See here. So this is what a memory. Your memory looks like this, a very big memory. Okay. So your memory looks like this. So it is having n number of cells. Here we will be having n number of cells available. Okay. So in this particular cells, I'm going to store the data. So this is first location, first memory location. This is second memory location. Okay. So if you want, I'll just see here. So this is first memory location. This is second memory location. So like that, third memory location, fourth, like that. N number of memory locations are there. Okay, so I'm going to store the data in this first location. Okay, so an address for this I have to assign. I have to assign one address. Okay, so if you want, I'll just delete this. Okay, so here for this memory location, I'm going to give the address. So what's the address of this? So address may be 1000. Okay, so 1000 is the this location address. Okay, so I think you are able to see this. This is the location, first location 1000. So next, after that, next location may be, so what could be the next location? So it could be 1001, 1001. The next location address may be 1003. Okay, like that. I hope you are able to understand. Okay, so next memory location may be 1004. So like that, you are going to allocate the addresses to each. Okay, so here this is the 1000 memory location. At the 1000th memory location, we have a first data. You are able to store your data whatever you want in this location. I can start with zero also, ma'am. Why 1000? You can take zero. Yes, first location may be zero. This is a zero. This is zero means starting location zero. So here, how many bytes of data you are able to store? You are able to store totally 8 bits. That is equal to what? 1 byte of data. If it is 1 byte of data, first for 1 byte of data, address is zero. Okay. Next, take the second one. Okay. So next will be second one. That is first location. Next, take the second location. That is nothing but what? 2. Address is 2. Okay. Here I have stored 1 byte of data. Here 2 byte of data, and here 3. Okay. Third byte of data I'm going to store. Okay. Like that, I'm going to store 4. Okay. Address at the fourth address, I'm going to store my byte. How many bytes? 1 byte. If you are storing in one particular row, only 1 byte you are storing means your address is 0. Next byte 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay. So that is nothing but you are going to store in one memory location totally how many bytes? Only 1 byte. Okay, how much you are storing? Only 1 byte you are storing. Only 1 byte. Okay, so 1 byte is equal to one memory location. Okay, so that is equal to one memory location. I think you are able to understand. Only one memory location. Okay, 1 byte is equal to one memory location. Suppose I am going to store not 1 byte here, two bytes I'll store. If it is 2 bytes, so what will happen now? If the one in one memory location 2 bytes, so what could be the address now? Your address maybe next time it becomes 2. Okay, so 1 byte here, 1 byte here, so 2 bytes. So that is why first byte first location, second byte second location. So next this becomes 2. Next this becomes how much? 4. Now next this becomes 6. I hope you are able to understand. You are getting my point? Yes, you're getting my point. Okay, so that means what? 2 bytes here, 1 byte here, one more byte. 2 bytes means totally 2 locations will be added. That is why my address also will be incremented. 0 here, 2 here, 4. Suppose instead of in one memory locations here, in one memory location, I'm going to store 4 bytes of data. Okay, I'll take 3 first. 3 bytes of data. So what will happen now? 3 bytes means here 0, 1, 2, right? 0th location 1, 2. So totally. So what's my second address will be incremented? 3. Next will be 6. Next will be 9. Have you got my point? Have you got my point? Okay, 0, 3, 6, 9. Like this, my addresses will be. Okay. So now my question to you is, in case if it is 4 bytes. Okay, in one memory location, in this particular one memory location, I'm going to store 4 bytes of data. At that time, hello, just a minute. You tell me first.
You are not enrolled my user. I cannot join in by code.
Who is this?
Lata Sheikh.
Huh?
Lata Sheikh.
Okay. Okay. Send user number and name. I'll enroll. Okay. Okay. So this is the next 4 bytes. Suppose if it is 4 bytes in one memory location, in one this particular space, I'm going to store complete 4 bytes of data. Now, what is my new location number? Second location number? Can you type the answer for me? 4 bytes. One for 1 byte 0, second byte 1 address, third byte 2, fourth byte 3. So what's my next address location? Yeah, it becomes 4 now. It's 4. Next will be 8. Next will be 16, right? Sorry, 12. Next will be 16. I think you are able to understand. Okay. So this is how the memory address will be allocated. I hope you're able to understand. Okay. So in this, if it is, I'm going to store totally 4 bytes. 4 bytes means what? What is 4 byte actually in terms of bits? What is 4 bytes is equal to? So 4 bytes is nothing but I can type it as, so what is 4 bytes is equal to? So here in terms of bits means 4 into 8. So how many totally? 32 bits. Are you agree? 32 bits. I'm going to store totally 32 bits of data. Okay, in one memory location. And what is that particular address? So address I've given as 0. 0 is the address. I hope you're clear, isn't it? Okay, so this is the address. The 0th location, if I'm going to store 4 bytes of data, means totally 4 bytes of data is equal to 32 bits totally. It will store like this. Okay, I think you are able to understand. My question to you is, suppose if it is 4 bytes, okay, suppose your number 2, right in binary, it's 0, 1. Okay, so if it is in 1 byte means 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so if it is, suppose if it is totally 4 bytes means what it is completely 0, 0, 0, 0, how many bytes totally till 30 bits will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 only. Okay, so like that dot 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 last 2 bits will be 1, 0. Have you got my point? Okay, so this complete data will be stored here. Okay, these data will be stored in this location. Are you agree? We got my point? You're able to understand? Okay, so this is what actually complete data will be accessed and that will be kept inside the memory location. I hope you are clear, isn't it? Okay, so that is what are memory location and addressing. Okay, now come to one more point. Yeah, 0, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, next come to the very important point. It's very important point. Now I'll ask, I'll explain you the concept and you have to answer for me. Okay. See here. Suppose, just I'll remove all this locations. You know how to locate the addresses. Okay. Now my question to you is: suppose in one memory location, suppose I'm going to store 62 bits of data. 62 bits of data. Now can you tell me how many, what's the address of this next one? 64 bits I'm going to store. My question to you is, what's my next address number? Suppose 64 bits. Next location, address. Apurva was typing 8. Chaitra was typing 128. Vishwajit 128. Yeah. 16. See, first of all, you should convert 64 bits into bytes first. Okay, now, so you know already. So whenever it is 64 bits means how to convert that. So 64 divided by 8, right? 64 divided by 8. That is nothing but 8 bytes. Okay, 64 divided by 8 if you do, you will get the bytes. Okay, so what is a byte now? 8 bytes. So I'm telling you, complete 8 bytes, I'm storing it in one memory location. So 0, 0, first byte will be 0, second byte will be 1, third byte will be 3. Like that, totally here 0 to 7, I'll use it for your first word. Okay, so that is nothing but completely 64 bits. Next address will be automatically 8 it is. What's the address? 8. Okay, next 8 plus again 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16. So next 16 plus 8. Okay, so after 16, what's the next data? 16 plus 8. Next 24. 24 plus 8. Okay, so that is what actually. Okay, now come to the very important point. I have written one information here, something known as first word. Just see a first word. First word is nothing but, so how much ever data you have stored in one location, no, that is one word now. Okay, so now suppose, so how many I have stored here? Totally completely 8 bytes I have stored here. No, so my first word is how much actually? My first word is equal to 8 bytes. So what's my word now? 8 bytes is equal to one word. Have you got my point? Okay, so 8 bytes is equal to one word. Okay, I think you are able to understand. So what is that? 8 bytes. 8 bytes is equal to one word. Okay, suppose here how many I have stored? 8 bytes I have stored. So complete 8 bytes is one location now, and address of that location is 0. That is why all 4 bytes I'll consider it as one word. Okay, that is what my first word. First word. I hope you have understood this. Okay, suppose instead of 4 bytes of data, if I added here only only 2 bytes of data. Suppose 2 bytes means, what's my next address? 2 here. No, what is my first word now? So my first word is equal to 2 bytes. Okay, so one word is equal to how much now? One word is equal to 2 bytes. Like that. So word is depending on how many bytes of data you're considered as one complete memory address data. Okay, so here in first word only 2 bytes if I kept means one word is equal to 2 bytes. If I put 4 bytes means one word is equal to 4 bytes. That is what word indicates. Have you understood my point? Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, I'm recording now. Okay, so I've recorded. Okay, pa. So like that, 0, second byte. Okay, so if it is only 2 bytes means one word is equal to 2 byte. If it is 3 bytes, it's completely my complete data. I'll keep it in one address location. Then one word is equal to 3 bytes. Okay. Suppose if it is 8 bytes means one word is equal to 8 bytes. Depending on this, how much bytes of data you are loading in one memory location, that completely tells you that is what one word. Okay, that is what one word. I think you are able to understand the concept very clearly. Now come to the point. See, this is all whatever I'm telling you, whatever the things I'm going to explain you, completely regarding memory only. Okay, so completely memory. Now come to the very important point other than this location. So here if 200, what is this address? If it is 02, what's my next address? Can I get? If it is 02, what's next? 4, isn't it? It's 4. 4, next is 6, next is 8, next is 10, like that. So one word is equal to how much? If this is the case, what is one word? One word is equal to how many bytes? One word is equal to how many bytes? One word is equal to 2 bytes. Very good. I think you have got my point. Okay. And I also told you if it is bytes. Okay. So that is nothing but what? Very important. So bytes is nothing but what? Bytes is nothing but. So in terms of bits, suppose I'm going to give you. Suppose I'm going to give you a very important information. Just see here. Suppose I'll give you. Suppose I'll give you 64 bits. So 64 bits means how to convert it into bytes. Just divide it by 8. Very simple. I think you know this. Okay, that is equal to what? So totally 4 bytes. This you should know actually. Very preliminary knowledge. Okay. Suppose if it is in my knowledge, if it is only 34 bits. Okay, or 32 bits. 32 bits are there. Now convert it into bytes. So how to convert? How to convert? Divided by 8. Divided by 8 is equal to how many bytes now? How many bytes? How many bytes? This is 8 bytes. This is 4 bytes. Okay. I think you are able to understand, right? This is the 4 bytes. So 64 bits means divided by 8, 8 into 64, 8 bytes. So 32 bits means divided by 8, that is equal to 4 bytes. So right now, here suppose I'm going to have only, suppose I'll give you 16 bits. So convert it into bytes divided by 8, that will gives you 2 bytes. Very, very simple, right? So if it is 2 bytes, I have hold this 2 bytes in this memory location, 0th memory location. So obviously this becomes my one word, one word. Okay, I think this concept you have very clearly understood. How to make one word is what's said to be a one word, what is the locations. Okay, so have you understood very clearly? I think you're able to understand the very important thing which is required. Okay, basic knowledge. Then come to the one more important concept. Okay, now it's very simple, you are able to understand easily, nothing to worry. Okay, now come to the very, very important point. I just remove all this, it is not required for you. I'll just remove it now. Now come to the point. So just 0. Okay, so I'll take this as 1, I'll take this as 2. So what's the meaning of this? One word is equal to 1 byte. Right now, one word is equal to 1 byte, isn't it? Yes or no? Type for me. Yes, ma'am, correct. You're telling correctly. Like that. Type for me. Yes or no? Yes, Alva. So right now, this is the scenario. What's the scenario? 1 byte is equal to 1 word. Now come to the point. Okay. Come to the point now. Okay. So suppose I'll take one, very small thing which is required for you. Very, very important for you. That is why I'll take separate memory location. I'll take. This is also memory location like that. So I'll take separate one. I want you to make concept to be very clear. That's why. Now this is my memory location. Okay. So I'll be having a data like this: 0 and 1. Okay. Only 0 and 1. Only 0 and 1. This is what my data. Only 2 bits of data. There is no data like 2, 3, 4. No, no more data. Only 0 and 1. So if this is the case, how many memory locations are required actually? To store 0, to store 1. So how many memory locations are required? So suppose I'll be having the data like this, 0 or 1. My data will be only 0 or 1. Only 0 or 1. So data is only 0 or 1. So how many locations you required actually? Only one location you required, right? Only one location, either 0 or 0, 1. So here I can keep 0, that is one data, or I can keep one more data. So how many locations are required actually for address? How many addresses? I required only one address. Okay. So what's the address I required? I required an address of something like 0. That's more than enough. One memory location is enough for me. Okay, only one memory location. Suppose I'll be having 2 bits of data. Okay, what is 2 bits of data? Either 0 1 or 1 0 or 0 0 or 1 0 or 1 1. This is the case of data. Okay, so how many locations are required actually? Okay, so we'll be having a memory location like this. I'll take one memory location. Okay, this is the memory location. So I'm going to draw here. Just a minute. Okay, this is the memory location I'll be having. So I'm going to store the data. Okay, 0 or 1. Okay, 0 is what my data, or 1. Only these two data are with me. Okay, so now this is what my memory, very big memory. So as I told you, this is the memory. Okay, so this is the memory. I have n number of locations. Okay, So inside this memory locations, I'll be having cells like this here. So I have lots of cells like this. Inside this cells, we are going to store the data. So what's the data? 1, 0, okay, 1, 0, like this. I'm going to store the data like this, 0, 0, okay. Inside this cells, I'm going to store the bits of data. So this is what my memory. What I've written very clearly now. So this is what a very big memory. Right? I'll be having a memory like this. Okay, so I can store the bits of data 1 0 1 0 0 0 like this. Okay, this is what memory. So suppose I'll be having a data something like this 0 and 1. Okay, so suppose I'll be having a memory only this much, very small memory. I'll write this is a small memory. So how many locations I have? I have a 2 locations of data. Okay, 2 locations of data. If my memory is only one memory location means so like this. If 2 locations are there, one location and second location. Okay, this is only one location. So if this is only one location, so I can store a data like this. Okay, so I can store my data 1010 like any data I can store. So how many addresses I require? How many addresses I may require? Okay, you may require 2 to the power of 0. 2 to the power of 0 is equal to what? 1. Only one memory location. Only one memory locations. Okay, so inside this one memory location, only have only one memory location. I can store not like this 1010 either 0 or 1. Only two possibility. That means what? Only one bit of data you can store it here. Only one bit of data you can store. Okay, so only one bit you are able to store inside the memory location. Suppose your data is something like, okay, so consisting of 2 bits of data. What's 2 bits of data? 0 1 r10 r00 r11. Okay, this is the case. So how many locations you want to store such kind of data? You are able to get 0 1 1 0 0 0 and 1 1. Okay, so that you are able to get 2 to the power of 2. What is 2 to the power of 2? 2 to the power of 2 is equal to 4. Okay, so that is nothing but you are going to address. Okay, total how many locations you are going to address? 0, 0th location, first location, second location, third location. So how many bytes I can store like this? 0 1 you can store it here, 1 0 you can store it here, you can store 0 0 or you can store 1 1. Okay, like this. Suppose your data consisting of 3 bits of data. Okay, so what's your data will be 3 bits, 0 0 0, 3 bits of data. Now, can you tell me how many locations are required to store 3 bits of data? Maximum locations, how many are required? Can you give me the answer? Yeah, 8 bits of data. Are you agree? Because your data is how much? 0 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, like that. You have all possibilities of data and you may get maximum locations. How many locations? 8 locations. That is why your memory locations required is 2 to the power of 3. 2 to the power of 3 is equal to how many addresses? 8 addresses. Okay, so you are getting 8 addresses. I hope you are able to understand my words. You are getting my things. Now come to the point. Suppose instead of 3 bits of data you are storing inside the memory, okay, in one memory location, in this one memory location, you are going to store 4 bits of data like 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 like this. So now tell me how many memory locations you require maximum? 2 to the power of 2 to the power of how much? 2 to the power of 4. 4 is equal to what? 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16. I hope you are able to understand. You got my point. Everybody is getting very good. Rn was type 2 to the power of. That is what I required. 2 to the power of n bits. Okay. Suppose you're in first location or your one word. See, whatever the data you store, no, it is said to be one word, right? So now, if your one word, okay, I'll clear everything so that I can easily write very clearly. Suppose this is one word, okay, this is one word. I hope you are able to understand. What is this? One word. If this one word is equal to 32 bits, 32 bits means what? Totally I am able to store 32 bits of data. So 32 bits of data I'm able to hold. Okay. If 32 bits means what is one word? One word is equal to what? 4 bytes. Now my question to you, maximum number of memory addresses required is how much? Or how many locations of address you are able to get with this memory? 32 bits is complete data you are going to store. Okay, so that is completely in one memory location. You're going to store 32 bits. If that is the case, how many memory addresses you require? Maximum memory addresses, possible addresses. 2 to the power of 2 to the power of Darshan was typing 2 to the power of 5. See, if it is, I told you already, if it is 0 or 1, only one bit of data, then 2 to the power of 0. If it is 0, 1, 1, 0, okay, that means what? 2 bits of data, only 2 bits. This is the case, 2 to the power of 1. I told you very clearly, this is 1 bit, this is 2 bit. Okay, like that, suppose 3 bits. 3 bits example is what? 0, 0, 0. So I'm storing only 3 bits here. So then 2 to the power of 3. How many memory locations you want? 2 to the power of 3. That is nothing but what? 2 means, sorry, 2 means 4. 2 bits means 2 bits. Addresses required is 2 to the power of 4. That is nothing but 4. Suppose 3 bits means I required only 2 to the power of 3 addresses. Addresses is 2 to the power of 3, that is 8 addresses. But how many bits? 3 bits of data. 0, 0, 0 means what? 3 bits. Like that, go on. Okay, I'll just go on right here. Totally 32 bits. 32 bits means 2 to the power of 32 is equal to 2 to the power of 32 bits means 2 to the power of 32 addresses are required. This number of addresses. I hope you are able to understand. Okay, you are getting my words? Have you got my point, everyone? Okay, like the 2 to the power, if this is 64 bits instead of 32, 64 means how much? 64 means how much? Yes, yes, 2 to the power of 64, right? 64 means very good, very good. Everybody was typing 2 to the power of 64, very good. Okay, now, so like that, you are going to get that as 2 to the power of 64 means 0, 1, 2, 3 goes on till 2 to the power of 64. These many locations you are going to get in your memory. Okay. Suppose my question to you is, suppose 1 KB. What is 1 KB means? 1000, right? 1000. That is nothing but 1000. Your data is 1000 bytes. 1000 KB means 1000 bytes. 1000 bytes is equal to how much it is? 1000 into 8. That means what? 8000 bytes. So 8000 bits. 8000 bits. That is 1 KB. 1 KB means 8000 bits. If this is 8000 bits means, please understand, 8000 bits, completely 8000 bits I'm going to hold means you are required how much memory you require. So totally I required 8000 bits of data I want to hold here. I want to hold here. So that is nothing but 2 to the, what is 2 to the power of 32? Anybody tell me? What is 2 to the power of 32? Can anybody tell me? 2 to the power of 32 is what? No, I'm asking you 2 to the power of 32 is what? 2 to the power of 32. No, 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 no. I'm asking you 2 to the power of 32. Instead of 2 to the power of 32, this one now 429496 like that. Okay. Then 2 to the power of 10 is 2 to the power of 10. How much? 1024. Very good. 2 to the power of 10 is equal to, see here, just come to the point. 2 to the power of 10 is nothing but, it's very, very important. 2 to the power of 10 is equal to, you're going to get 1024. That means that is nothing but you'll be having 1 KB. 1 KB bytes of data you are able to store inside the memory. Inside this memory, you are able to store totally 1 KB means you are able to hold how much bytes of data? 2 to the power of 32 means 2 to the power of 32 32 means 4, but some 4 2 like that, very big number. Okay, so we can take a simple example. 2 to the power of 10 is nothing but 1024. So 1024, okay, 1024 bytes of data I can store inside the computer. Inside this computer I can store means then memory location. Okay, so total memory I'm going to consume or size of my memory is 1024. That is what. Okay, only 1024 is the capacity of my computer. Like that, suppose your computer is going to hold 1 GB, 1 GB or 1 MB, 1 megabyte. 1 megabyte means 2 to the 1 mega, that means what? 10 to the power of 6 bytes. 10 to the power of 6 bytes of memory you are going to store in, that means that much of data you are going to store inside the memory means that's the capacity. Okay, that's the capacity of your memory. That's what very, very important, which is very, very important. 1 MB is the capacity means, so this much total data you are able to store inside the memory. So what's the capacity of your memory? It is 1 MB. If the complete locations, okay, all complete data, I'm going to keep it inside the memory. How much data? Only 1 GB. What's a 1 GB means? So that is the capacity of your memory. So this will hold only a data of 1 GB memory. 1 GB means what? 1 gigabytes of data I'll hold inside the memory. That's the only capacity. Like that. Suppose your pen drive is having 8 GB memory. So what's the meaning of that? 8 GB content, binary data that you're going to store inside the memory. So that is what the concept of memory. So I think you are able to understand what is memory and what is memory locations and what is memory addresses. Have you understood what's addresses, how to assign the addresses and how to store the data, what's the capacity of the memory? And also I told you what is word, what is byte. Okay, have you got these points? Everybody understood these particular points? Yes or no? Yes, you're able to understand. I think whatever I've explained in the today's session, I think I've explained you very, very important thing. So which is required for you. So first thing is what is byte, right? Byte means what? That's what I've explained you. Bits also I've explained you. What is bits? That's what I've explained you. After bits, I've explained you what is word. Okay, word. That means the memory location which is hold. Okay, so it's a one memory location. Suppose if your first one memory location you considered as 2 bytes, then it is one word. Okay, suppose if it is 4 bytes means that is equal to again one word only. Okay, so like that. So on that example also I have told you. Then come to the important, very, very important point, that is addresses. How to assign the addresses. Okay, so that is what addresses. So what's your addresses? If your one word is having, okay, if your one word, okay, in one location I'm going to store 2 bytes of data. 2 bytes of data I'm going to hold. That is the case. Maximum 2 bytes I'm going to hold means what's the thing? So 2 bytes means what's the answer? So at that time 2 to the power of, so what's the answer? 2 bytes means how many memory locations you require? 2 to the power of 2 bytes means how much? How much is 2 bytes? That is equal to 16. Okay, 2 to the power of 16. So that many number of locations or that many number of addresses your memory will provide for you. Okay, that many addresses. Okay, so this is what actually to the power of 16. If it is only one byte means 2 to the power of 8. 2 to the power of 8, so that many number of memory locations, addresses you will be getting. Suppose if it is only one bit means what? 2 to the power of only one bit. That is equal to only one bit. So how many locations you will get maximum? 2 to the power of 1 means 2. 2 to the power of one bit. That means what? Your memory will be how much? Either 0 or 1. You're going to store the data. 0 is one data, 1 may be another data. Okay, how many locations you'll be having? 0 and 1. So how many locations? 2 locations. So this is what locations. I think you are able to understand. Have you got the point? Memory locations? Everyone? Yes or no? Everybody understood? Then come to the very important one that is said to be how to store the memory, how to how to keep the memory inside the memory locations, how to keep the data. That is what's said to be an byte addressability. What is byte addressability? That will be available here. Just I will share the PPT. Just see here. Byte addressability. Just see here. I think you are able to see this one. We got screen share. Yeah. Now come to the byte addressability. We are going to use two byte addressability. That is nothing but Big Indian and Little Indian. Okay. So what is Big Indian and what is Little Indian? Okay, that I will show in the present slide. You're able to see this? First you see this. You're able to see this? Everyone? Yeah. Just see here. We will be having a byte presentation, right? We will be having a byte of data loading in the memory. Okay, just see here. As I've already told you, we will be having a memory. Inside the memory, we are going to give the we are going to load the bits of data. Okay, here we can see a very simple example which is available here. So this is byte addressability. What is a byte addressability? I told you here 0, 1, 2, 3. Now my question to you: what is one word is equal to? Can anybody give me the answer for this? What is one word? This is one memory location. This is total memory. Okay, this is one memory. Inside this memory, I will be having. Okay, so inside this memory, I will be having locations, right? So this is a memory of mine. So memory of my system. Inside this memory, my first data, first location is 0, 1, 2, 3. Like this I'll be assigned. Okay. Right now I assume. So 0 is nothing but what? 1 byte of data. So second, 1 byte of data. Third, again one byte of data. Again, I'll have 1 byte of data. So how many bytes of data I'm stored in the first one word? So one word is equal to how much? 4 bytes. I hope everybody understood what is one word now. So one word is equal to totally how much? 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte. That is equal to 4 bytes. Very good answer. I hope everybody understood. Okay. So here 1 byte of data I've stored. Again here second 1 more byte. Third 1 more byte and 1 more byte. Like that 4 bytes of data I've added. Okay. So now tell me what's the memory addresses I may get possible number of memory addresses I could get. Type the answer for me as per my the previous concept explanation. How many memory location addresses I will get? 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 4 bytes. 2 to the power of 4 means what? 2 to the power of, see, what is this? 2 to the power of, very good, sir. Sir, so very good, superb answer. Okay, so totally 2 to the power of 32. Very good, 2 to the power of 32. Okay, so like this here they have given you 2 to the power of k. So 2 to the power of k is nothing but general, in general it was k, but here with this example it was 2 to the power of 32 minus 4. Why it was minus 4 they have done this. So here I'll be having 4 locations already given, so they have minus 4. It's okay. So next we will be going to see 0, 1, 2, 3. So totally how many? 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 bytes of data I'm going to store. Okay, so 0 is the 1. Next location will be 4. Next location will be 8. No, next location will be 12. Next location will be 16. Like that, it will be goes on giving the number of data. So come to the very important topics here. See, first is 0, 1, 2. First byte will be in the least most byte, right? So that means what? I can say this is the rightmost bit. So what is that? What is this? Rightmost location. At the rightmost location, I'm going to store the first byte. Second location, next one. Okay, next one more previous location. Okay, so like that, at the rightmost location, I'm going to get the least bit of data. Then we will say this is Little Indian. Okay, for example, give me one example. Suppose I'm going to store a data known as 2. So what's my data binary number for 2? So binary number for 2 is, what's the binary number? 0, 1, right? It is nothing but 1, 0. 1, 0 is my data. So remaining how many bits remain? 0, 0, 0, 0. So like that I'm going to keep it here 0, 0, 0. How many zeros? Totally 6 zeros. So 0, 0, 0. So remaining all are what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 only. See here 0, 0, 0, completely all are zeros. I hope you're able to understand. Okay, so last 2 bits will be only 1, 0. So completely in this total memory, I'm going to keep the data 2. Okay, 2 is nothing but 1, 0. So all are zeros except last 2 bits 1, 0. Okay, that is what I have kept inside the memory location. So suppose instead of 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 in this location, suppose I will keep this one here in this side. That means what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, like that 1, 0. Totally all the bits are 0. Last 2 bits are 1, 0. So remaining all bits are zeros. So like this, if I kept inside the memory location, that is said to be a big Indian. Okay, so Little Indian means what? Your rightmost location, you are going to keep the least bits. That is said to be a Little Indian. Please remember this, very important. Okay, so what I want to tell you is, in the rightmost location, CL, I'll write it here. Rightmost location, I'm going to store least bit. Least bit. Least bit means what? In 2, see here 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, count from left side. So this 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. No, this last are the least bits available. I'll keep it in the rightmost location. That means this is the rightmost location. Then we will say that kind of memory location addressability is known as Little Indian assignment. Okay, I hope you are able to understand. Okay, suppose that least byte, what is my least byte? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Instead of this rightmost location, I will keep it in this one. That means what? Leftmost location. Okay, so suppose I'm going to keep it in the leftmost location. I'm going to keep least bit of data. This least bit of data, then we will say that is big Indian. Big Indian byte addressability. Big Indian byte addressability. This is least bit. I'm going to keep it inside the rightmost location. Then we will say Little Indian. Little Indian. Okay. Now my question to you is, maximum addresses. Okay. So are probably right now we are going to use Little Indian or Big Indian. Which method we are going to use? With your previous EC knowledge, electronics and communication, basic electronics and communication knowledge and all. Which one you are using? Little Indian. Very good. Yes, super. Okay. So which memory byte addressability we are going to use? We are going to use big. Sorry, it was not Indian. I'm so sorry. Indian. Okay, so this is the little endian is the presentation or byte addressability we are going to use inside our memory location. Okay, so this big endian we are not going to use. Yes, we are going to use in many of the, see, probably almost all maximum people will use, companies will use the little endian only. Okay, so whatever the systems we will be having, the Intel processor and all, they are going to use the little endian only. Few not in Indian companies, some other companies, the systems, probably they will use big Indians. And also in some of the memory requirements where I required repeatedly, I want to I'm not going to access the data in such kind of processor, like that, embedded systems and all, they're going to use the uh, big Indian. Okay, so probably they will use like that. But in our scenario, we are going to use little Indian only, not big Indian. Okay, now, so this is what a little Indian representation and big Indian representation. So big Indian representation is also here. Just I will show you that. Just see here. See here. This is the little Indian, big Indian. I'll just make it zoom. Just see here. This is big Indian. Big Indian means what? So 0000. Even though if the number is 000010, so my first, that 00010, I will write here. Just see here. 00000000, totally attained 10. Okay, so remaining all are zeros only. Okay, so but what I will do, I'm going to write it in the leastmost location. What's the leastmost? That means what? In the left. I can also write as leftmost location. I'm going to keep my data, which is least bit. That I'm going to keep it in the leftmost location. So this is said to be an big endian assignment. Okay, so this is what big endian assignment. And suppose I'm going to keep that my data in the last, that means what, rightmost location 10. If I keep the data like this, then we will say it is little India. It's the only two difference. So one question, 100% you can expect in the exam. Okay, so what's the question? Give the byte addressability. Okay, they will explain, they will ask you explain byte addressability. Okay, explain byte addressability. Okay, we have two byte addressability. One is big Indian, one is little Indian. So these two you have to explain. You have to give the definitions, and with the diagram you have to explain. Okay, so this is what actually big Indian and little Indian. Have you understood this, everybody? Yes or no? Little Indian, big Indian, understood? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Very good. Now, it's very important to see your operations, memory operations. Okay, which is very important. So we are going to have a memory operations. What's a memory operations? I've already told you, right? We have a memory. Now I'm going to do the operations. What memory operations you can do? Memory operations. Okay, so I'm going to write you one memory for you. There is no beautiful memory. I'll write here one memory. For this memory, what are the things you are going to do for this? Okay, we have a memory. Address is also available 0, 4, 8, 12. Okay, it's okay like this. Now I have a memory available with me. I've given some, four locations available to you. I'm going to store the data inside the memory. So my question to you is, what are the operations you can do with the memory? What you can do with the memory? Now I'll give you data also. You have some data. That data, what you will do? What you will do? You have a data available with you. So that data and memory is also available with you. What are the operations you are going to do? with the data and the memory. What operations you are going to do? See, there are possibly two operations are available. So n number of operations are there. The very basic operations, okay? The very basic operations available is basic operations. Very, very important basic operations are here. So we have two basic operations. First one is here. Everybody, please make a note of this. One is load. One is load. Second one is store. Please understand these two terms. One is load, one is store. Okay, two basic operations are there. One is load operations, one is store operations. Load means what? Store means what? See, load means what I will do, I'll access the data from the memory. Okay, loading means what? Just I'll access the data. Okay, access. So I'm going to access the data. Already I have a data available here. So I have a data already available in the location, something known as 0, 0, 0. So this data is available with me, okay, or 1, 0. Some data is available already. So these data I will load or accessing of the data, okay. So accessing of the data from the memory, okay, to wherever you want, wherever you want. Either you can, keep it in the registers, okay, or you just copy to some other memory location. So whatever you want. Okay, load means what? Just read the data. So one is that basic operation is reading the data. Reading is nothing but loading the data. Okay, one is reading. Reading means load. Load the data from the memory. Loading the data from the memory is nothing but reading the data from the memory to wherever you want. You just keep it in one register, or you copy the data to instruction register. Whatever you want, you just do it. Okay, that is what one operation. That is load operation. Second one is store operations. Store operation means, what's store operation? Store means what? Okay, so that means what? Write the data. Okay, so what is store? Write the data. Okay, so write means what? I have a data in some register, okay, or in some processor. This is a processor, right? This is one of the processor. This is actually memory. This is memory. This is processor. This is processor. So from this processor, or from inside the register, I will write the data. Okay, I'll take the data from here and I'll just copy the data, or I will write the data to this location. Okay, maybe my register is having a data 1010. This data, I will store it. I'll write it into the memory 1010. So this operation is known as store operation. Okay. So we will be having two basic operations. One operation is loading the data. Loading means access the data. If you want, I'll write here one more word. Read the data or access. Access the data. There is one more operation known as store the data. Store the data means what? Write the data back to the memory location. Okay, that means write the data to the memory location. That is nothing but store operation. Okay, I think you are able to understand load and store. Load means access the data. Store means write the data. Okay, so everybody, I hope you have understood two basic operations. Okay, so the basic operations of memory are, one is loading and one is store. Okay, now I'm going to give you an instructions. Now you should tell me whether it is load operation or store operation. Okay, so my first instruction to you is just here. Just here, I'm going to do the operation now. See here, LD, okay, A comma or not. Next one, okay, I'm just giving you ST R1 comma location. Now my first instruction is an example of what operation? What example it is? First instruction. First instruction is LD. First instruction means LD A comma or not. Give me a name. What is that? Yeah, load operation. Very good. First instruction is load operation. Very good. Loading means what? Loading the data means access the data from A to R naught. Okay. Suppose I'll give you the location also. Suppose A is the memory location. Okay, here only I'll continue. Better no, here only if I continue, you won't get confusion. Suppose A is the data available here. Okay, inside A, I'll be having known as 1 0 1 0. Now register R0. So now tell me what is load A to R0? What is my data in R0 now because of this load operation? So my question to you, what is in R0 now? So I'll be having some register now R0. So my question mark to you, question mark. So what is my R0 data now? Yeah, very good. That means what? Load the data. Go to this memory location. So A is the memory location. So I will be having a data 1010. Access the data and just keep it here. Okay, loading means access the data. Okay, and I'll just keep it in the source. Which is source? A. Destination is R0. So R0 is 1010. 1010. Okay, I hope you have understood. Now come to the second instruction. Second instruction. So second instruction is example of what operation? Which example? What's the operation? Yeah, it's a storing operation. Store operation means what? So storing means what? Writing the data into the memory. Have you got my point? Writing the data into the memory. Okay. So here, source again. Who is the source here? R1 is the source. Uh, Type that answer. Who is source here? In store R1 location. Who is source? Who is destination? Please write it there. Source SRC is equal to what? Destination DST is equal to what? Fast. Yeah, source is equal to R1. Very good. Very good. Destination. Very good. Very good. Okay. That means what? Now I'm writing the data into the memory location. Okay. That is why. So my data in R1. Okay. I'll write it here. One example. R1 is equal to. Okay. Shall I write it as 1000? I'll write 1000. So R1 is what? 1000. Okay. Now 1000. That is nothing but R1 data. I am going to store it in memory location. Okay. Shall I write it here? Location. LOC. Here only I'll write LOC. Okay, I'll add here. This is memory. Okay, please don't get confusion. This is memory. Now, what is my LOC now? Question mark for you. What is LOC? Inside the memory, LOC is there. That's the address. Okay. So now tell me what is LOC according to the second instruction. What is LOC? What data I should copy into my LOC? What data I should copy? Fast. R1 is 1000. That is what the data. Now store R1 comma LOC. Now to memory, I'm going to store or I'm going to write the data from the R1, right? So that is nothing but what? 1000. Very good. 1000. I'm going to store. So I'll remove the question mark. In this question mark space, I'm going to replace the data. What's the data? 11000. This is the basic operations of my memory, writing operation and reading operation. I think everybody understood the thing. Very good, very good, superb, very good. Now come to the very important point. Suppose my instruction like this. I want to give you one more example. Suppose my instruction was like this. Instead of ST and all, suppose here LD, comma, just here load. Okay, LOC. You like this. Very simple instruction. Now my question to you. Load LOC means, what's the meaning? We'll be having a load loading. That means access the data. What's the data? A load address at LOC, I'll be having 1000. I am not giving you the destination only. Now where you will copy the data? Very, very important. No, very, very important. Where I should copy the data? Source I got. From location I will access the data. But you should copy, somewhere I should copy. Where I should copy? Can anybody tell me the answer for this? If you know already. If you say, ma'am, no, ma'am, we don't have idea regarding this, means any register. Very good. Jeevan was telling any register. Okay, that is good. Very good. Any other? Anybody? Correct, Jeevan. Whatever the answer you are giving, that's correct only. A little bit, a small modification is required actually. Anybody else? Other than Jeevan? No one? Okay. See, as your friend said, as the Jeevan said, I already told you Suppose, see here, I'm just going to erase all this. No record of erasing. I'll just go to next slide. See here, as you know already, we'll be having n number of registers, right? We have n number of general purpose registers. I hope you are clear, right? I'll be having memory. This is my memory. This is processor, right? This is one processor. Inside this processor, I already told you, I'll be having n number of general purpose registers. Digital registers R0, R1, R2, R2, like this goes on till R to the Rn number of registers. Okay. In this registers only, there is one register. Okay, there is one register known as accumulator. There is one register known as accumulator is available. I think whatever I am writing, you are, yeah, I think you are able to see now. See here, 0, 1, 2, like it will be having n number of general purpose registers. In this n number of general purpose registers, I am going to give you one more extra register known as accumulator. Okay, there is one register known as accumulator A, known as A. I'll be having a register known as A. A is said to be a accumulator register. This accumulator register is a default register. Okay, so in this default register or an accumulator, so what is the use of this means the basic register. Okay, so whatever you write here, no, suppose here location, load. Suppose I'll write here load or LD, no, LD LOC, right? This is what I've written, right? So LD LOC, or I'll write here LD LD LOC, right? This is what my instruction. So whenever I'll write LD LOC, and here in the LOC, I'll be having a data. What's my LOC data? 1010. Okay, so LD load the location. That means what? Access the data from the location. If my instruction was like this, default it will tell you, it indicates you directly. Okay, what's the meaning of this? It is indicates you load location comma A accumulator. This is what I'm meaning. Okay. So now what is my 1010? These data will be copied from memory location to my accumulator. So what is my accumulator now? 1010. I hope you are clear. Everybody understood? Accumulator is the register or a basic register or a default register which will be used to access the data from the memory location. Okay. So now suppose I'll write one more information, one more data. So what is that? Suppose my data like this, st location. So tell me what's a okay, st location or st L1. I'll write like this, st L1. Okay, so st L1. So now I required answer for L1. Question mark, I'll keep it here. Question mark. L1 is question mark. I don't know what is L1. Now tell me what's the answer of L1? What is that? It takes the value from the accumulator. Mohammed Saif. Very good. Superb. So what's the answer for L1 now? Yeah, it is 1010. You understood what's the use of that? So that is said to be your answer is, so by default, I told you it's a default register. Default register means what? So by default, no register name, you no need to give any register name. Specifically, by default, accumulator is the register. Okay, so directly we'll take the data from the accumulator 1010 and it will be loaded here. That will be right, written inside the memory location 1010. That is what the use of my accumulator register. That's the main use. Okay. Now come to the very important point, which is supposed to be very important. Suppose I'm going to write here some instructions, and you should tell me. Okay. So how many addresses instructions there? Suppose my first instruction is LD R0. Okay. My second instruction, add R0 plus R1 ಅಥವಾ R1 R1. Next, one more instruction, add R0 comma R1 comma R2, like this. I've written how many instructions? 3 instructions I've written. Now my question to you is, okay, so my question to you, please understand my question. Out of this 3 instruction, which instruction required 3 addresses? Are 3 memory locations data are required? Are 3 locations of data are required? So it is 3 address instruction out of these 3. First one, second one, third one. Yeah, third one is 3 address instruction. Very good. Third one. Suppose I required two locations. That means 2 addresses or 2 location instruction. Okay. So I can write here. This is 3 address instruction. I can write here no 3 address instruction. Instruction. IN is instruction. Or I'll write instruction. STR. Otherwise, I can type. I can write it here in pen only. So this is 3 address. ADD means address instruction. Okay, very good. 3 address instruction. Now, second one is how much? Second one is 2 address instruction. That is nothing but add 0, R1 and R2 is nothing but 2 address instruction. 2 address instruction. Very good. Now, LD R1 is what? R0 is what? What kind of instruction? So, how many addresses we required here? How many addresses for this instruction? So, R0 is the one location and I want that address. It could be a register, it could be a memory location. But I want one address data I required, right? So, one memory location address I require. Memory, it's not memory location. One address data I require. Okay. That is why one address. One address instruction. Okay. Now come to the point. There is one more instruction known as zero address instruction. Okay, zero address. Here I'm writing here zero address instruction. Can you give me an example? Can anybody give me zero address instruction? One address instruction is load R0. Two address instruction is add R0 comma R1. Next instruction is 3 address instruction R0, R1, R2. Zero address instruction, give you an example. Let me know how many of you will give the example. Here I am going to ask you instruction. LDLOC. No, LDLOC is one instruction. No. Yeah, load. Very good. Kavya has written load LD. Very good. Yeah, very good. Very good. One more. One more instruction like that. Store. Only load or only store? Somebody was trying to put add. No, you can't use Chaitana. Add you can't do. Because for addition operation, we required 2 operands. 100% you require. You can't use the add actually. But store and load you can do. Why you can do load? Why it is only load? Suppose it is only load means what? Suppose as one of your friend has said, see good. Zero instructions are LD. Next is ST. Okay, these are 2 correct answers. Why it was correct? So as I told you in the previous example, load means what? Access the data. Okay, access the data. So what will happen if it is load? I want to access some data from the memory location, but no memory location. No, I have not given any memory location. So what I can do at that time? I can't, type the data anything, but I can use the accumulator, right? From the data, you can load the data from your accumulator. Okay, you can access the data from accumulator. So by default, this becomes load A. Access data from the accumulator. That is what A. Okay, I hope you have understood. So like that, suppose we'll be having a store, right? So only ST if you return means store the data to the accumulator. By default, it was A. Okay, that is one thing. That is the one meaning of that. Okay, if no operands has been no memory location has been given, so by default it will take accumulator. You can load the data into from the accumulator and you can store the data into the accumulator. So that is what actually said to be a zero address. Okay, so this is zero address instruction. Zero address instruction. and one address instruction. This is one address, and this is two address. This is three address. I hope everybody understood, right? Okay, so this is what actually very important concept. Okay, now come to the conclusion part. So what we discussed in today's class. Today, how many concepts we have discussed? ನಿಮ್ಮನೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಏನೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೋಡ ಏನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು ವಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಏನೇನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಟುಡೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಯು ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು memory operations very good memory operations load and store we have understood next one memory address and locations yeah very good addressing very good yeah accumulators very good we have understood accumulators superb yeah words we have understood bytes we have understood locations addresses we have understood okay little indian big indian little indian big indian byte addressability very important okay so byte addressability also we have understood right so very good yeah very good okay I think we have learned this many concepts in the today's class okay is more than sufficient very basic information and also one more thing you have forgotten address locations please write that yeah memory address uh, instruction types what is that zero address instruction types so we can call it as instruction types not I'll write it here instruction types I'll write it here instruction types so what we have discussed it instruction types so how many zero address so many zero address instruction zero address instruction okay so which example load or store like that second one address instruction one address instruction so what's the example we have given load okay load yeah, load LOC like that two address instruction two address instructions I've discussed it example add LOC comma or not I can give this example like that three address instruction the fourth one three address instructions okay so three address instruction is what I can give this example add B comma C comma D can I give like this B comma C comma D okay I think this is the instruction types okay now so these are all the concepts which we have discussed in the today's class okay I hope everybody go through the session and I'll take save usernames one more time okay so and here please make a note of this based on that I'll give some one small quiz session we'll take in the tomorrow's class okay so some 10 to 20 minutes we'll use for that quiz whatever the concepts I've understood no, that we will recall okay so any doubts you have you can pose me and okay please come to line and tell me the present or absent okay I'll call the name Asta was present Asta Asta was absent. Abdullah? Not audible. Not audible? Not audible? I think I'm audible. You're able to, you're audible or not? Audible, right? I'm audible, I know. Audible, ma'am. Yeah, I'm audible. Okay. See, and one more thing I want to tell you, actually, so we'll be going for 2020-21 academic year. So we are going to take the admissions. Okay. So your juniors, if any juniors you have, your neighboring people, okay, anyone your younger brothers, their friends and all like that. So please promote your college. Okay. So please promote your college, DSATM college and CSE department. Please give a promotion like how was the placement and all. It was a good placement and all. So please upgrade the information, circulate the information regarding our college to your neighbors. Okay. So all your friends, whoever is there, your juniors particularly, please put our college name as a word to get admission for 2020-21 academic year. Okay. Please everyone, please circulate among yourself, your younger brothers. Anybody is studying in PUC and all, no. So please promote our college name everywhere. Okay. So this is what our sincere request from our department. It's not audible. It's not audible. I'm audible, I think. Not audible. Not audible. Yeah, I'm audible. I don't know. Yeah, it's audible. I'm able to make out here. I'm audible. Okay. Anyway, next Abdullah was absent now. Abdullah absent. Audible ma'am was present. Abdullah was present. Abhijit Kumar, please use the microphone. Please tell present to me. No, see those who will present. No, you will do like this. I won't give the presenting. Please come to line. Abhijit, come to line. Abhijit. Okay, Abhijit. Abhishek. 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 Abhishek was absent.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek Mishra. Adi